My name is Mary Maslowski. I'm the acting chair for the planning board meeting tonight with others' absences. I would, before we get started, just like to call to order the meeting for the Harwich Planning Board. Tonight is Tuesday, April 8th, 2025. We are calling to order this meeting at 6:30 p.m. at Town Hall, 732 Main Street, in the Griffin Room. Under Mass General Law, we need to notify that anybody in the audience who intends to audio or video record this meeting must first notify the chair. Hearing and seeing none, we will start with Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And then before we begin, if we could just start with a roll call.
Ann Clark Tucker present.
Harry Munns present.
Emily Broody present.
Perfect. So the first item on our agenda tonight is a public hearing which was continued from March 25th, 2025. It is case number PB 2025-04. Brian Langelier, owner, who is seeking site approval for a site plan review special permit. That matter is being continued until the next meeting, which is April 22nd, 2025. So I'd entertain a motion to do so.
So moved.
So we've got a motion made by Ann. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion's been made by Ann, seconded by Emily to continue the public hearing for PB 2025-04 to April 22nd, no earlier than 6:30 p.m. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries. The second item on our agenda,
We need to continue that.
I'd like to jump over the zoning bylaw for a moment and go to the public meeting, which hasn't continued from March 25th, 2025. It's case number PB 2025-06. John McKelway, PLS, Cape and Islands Engineering, Inc., is agent for Hall Family Trust and Queen Anne Acres, LLC, and Catherine Goff, seeks an endorsement of an approval not required plan entitled Queen Anne Road Approval Not Required Plan of Land by Cape and Islands Engineering, John McElway, PLS number 33602, dated February 4th, 2025, for the property at 0, 55, and 57 and an unknown number, Queen Anne Road, Assessors Map 57, parcel C2, C3, C5, and unknown in the residential low-density RL zoning district. The applicant had requested a continuance to today's date. Good evening. Could you please state your name for the record?
I'm John McElway. I'm with the Cape and Islands Engineering, and we prepared a plan here for the applicant, Queen Anne Acres LLC. And the site that we're looking at here tonight for approval not required is located on Queen Anne Road, a town way. More particularly, it's located, one of the lots is number 57, and the site is on the southerly side of the road, and it is between Northwind Lane and the power lines on Cape, the Cape and Vineyard Electric, Eversource Electric power lines. Just to give you reference as to where it is. We are proposing to divide or reconfigure the lots into two lots. The first lot is a larger one. It has 6.68 acres of land with a small wetland on it on the lower right-hand side. We have adequate frontage on Queen Anne Road of 377 feet. Lot 2 is a smaller lot. It's 46,000 square feet, no wetlands on that particular lot, and we have 166 feet of frontage. We meet the shape requirements for the town of Harwich. the frontage and area, so we believe that being on a town way, and aren't proposing any new ways, this pledge, we would like this plan endorsed as an approval not required.
And just so that, I know what I'm looking at, we're doing, this is an enlargement of the center of the other plan.
That is it's the same plan without
The details.
without the details. Yeah,
Perfect.
It's one of the requirements.
Perfect. Christine, do you have anything to report for us?
Yes, Madam Chair. As part of this process, we had worked with the applicant as well as their attorney to provide additional information relative to the owner unknown parcel, and KP Law did assure us that they've done a thorough vetting of the materials, and they felt quite comfortable that the information provided by the applicant was sufficient and that the planning board had reason to move forward with the endorsement of the approval not required, considering that the frontage is one of the criteria on a public or private way, was adequate for the two lots that they're hoping to create. So, Madam Chair, through the advice of Town Council, I would recommend that the board endorse the approval not required as presented by the applicant.
Okay, great, thanks. Does any member of the board have any questions? Ann?
No.
Harry?
Nope.
Emily? Is there anybody online that wishes to speak or comment? Seeing none, then I would entertain a motion to approve the approval not required plan as presented. Do we have a motion? So Ann's made a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Emily's second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries 4-0. Do you have the plans for us to sign?
Yes, I have the plans to sign. John, I'll have them stamped in tomorrow with the town clerk, and we will contact you to have the materials.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. The next item on our agenda is, under the public meeting section, it is 1 Austin Road, and Attorney Michael Ford.
Madam Chair, Attorney Michael Ford was going to come and just give us an update relative to the 1 Austin Road. Unfortunately, he's not here tonight, but if we can reserve some time for our next meeting, I will work with him to schedule
Okay,
that time,
so then we'll just put that matter off to our next
meeting.
meeting.
If
Perfect.
that's okay, that would be
Yep.
great. Thank you.
Going back to the zoning bylaw amendments relative to the accessory dwelling units, I understand you're still waiting for information from council,
Yes.
so,
I did have a quick presentation. If we wanted to walk through that, I can do that, and then we can do it again.
it's up to the members. Would you like to see the presentation? The recommendation from the town planner is that we postpone discussion on it until the next meeting.
Well, there will probably be more of us here the next meeting, so rather than go
Agreed.
through it twice,
Okay.
Agreed. So we can postpone that.
Or continue the public hearing.
Yeah, so let me we'll open the public hearing. It's zoning bylaw amendments, accessory dwelling unit. We'll open the public meeting to see if the town of Harwich will amend the Harwich zoning bylaws by amending the following sections. It's section 325-13, use regulations. Attachment 1, table 1, use regulations, lines 1B and line 10, to allow protected use accessory dwelling units as of right in all residential zones except commercial highway, -2, CH2, and industrial limited, IL. 2, section 325-51, L1, to be deleted in its entirety. 3, Section 325-94A1 to be deleted in its entirety. And 4, Section 325-14T by amending the supplemental regulations. And these amendments will align the zoning bylaw, these proposed amendments will align the zoning bylaw with Mass General Law, Chapter 40A, Sections 3, Paragraph 11, and 760 Code of Massachusetts Regulations 71, relative to regulating protected use accessory dwelling units. So I would open the public hearing and entertain a motion to continue the public hearing to April 22nd, 2025, no earlier than 6:30 PM.
I'll make a motion.
So Ann has made a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Emily has seconded. All in favor of postponing continuing until April 22nd, please say aye.
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries. All right, and the other item we have on our agenda is approval of meeting minutes, but I don't think we received the meeting minutes in our packet, so
No, we did not. That was my mistake.
So I would suggest we just put that on our next agenda for the meeting on the 22nd. Is there anything anybody wishes to see on the next agenda?
I will say we do have a fairly heavy agenda
Okay.
in terms of the regulatory reviews. And if we can spend at least an hour for the ADU bylaw discussion, that would be great.
On the 22nd?
On the 22nd, just to close and make a
Mhm.
recommendation for town meeting.
Great.
That'd be helpful. And, yeah, that's it.
Anything else for us?
Not at
We
this
might have set a record.
So
This
there-
might be the fastest planning board meeting I've sat through since 2016.
Just for clarity, April 22nd is a full agenda, though.
Yes,
Is that
it is a
correct?
full
It is a
agenda,
full agenda.
correct.
So tonight was a gift.
Yes.
Okay.
And I appreciate everyone coming regarding the last minute changes. So I did want to express my thanks for all of you coming, because the A&R was time sensitive regarding regarding filing requirements and the fact that the planning board only has 21 days to respond. For an A&R, otherwise it's approved automatically,
Automatically.
so.
Okay.
Or endorsed automatically, I should say.
Does anybody
That-
have anything to say before we adjourn?
May I say one quick thing?
Of course.
Can we, is there any way we can try to recruit some more members
what
on?
happened?
You know, I know Ann had, this is not an indictment or anything, it's just that we need at least one full-time additional member and then 2 alternates, correct? We have,
I think at
And I
least.
know
I believe that's correct.
What happened?
So, I don't know. My understanding is that there were interviews were had, I
Okay.
believe, within the last 2 weeks. I have not heard any follow-up from administration, but prior to our next meeting, I will ask
Great.
for an update relative to the interviews. And I do know that, my understanding is that 2 individuals were interviewed for the planning board.
fabulous.
Who
That's
interviews them?
awesome.
I was interviewed by
Select
the
board.
director.
Board of Selectmen.
I would,
There's an interview committee for the Board of Selectmen that usually does the interviews.
So it's usually two select board members and maybe a staff
Did you
person.
get-
That didn't happen for me. Mine was just Paul, I went in and talked to Paul and came in and sat in on a meeting and
you did the
I'm
shortcut one. Good job,
Yeah, that's-
Terry. Yes,
might not be here
Unusual.
otherwise.
I would second Emily's position because we're getting close to not having a quorum
Yeah.
on more than a regular basis. And I think you told us that we're gonna start having fuller agendas coming up.
Yes.
Construction season
Right.
and special permit season with
Special permits.
Restaurants trying to open before Memorial Day and July 4th, so.
So you had warned us ahead that May's gonna look crowded, is that correct?
April and May are crowding, so I will give an update at our next meeting relative to scheduling, and just on a quick update, Pine Oaks Village 4 did file for a comprehensive permit as of Friday, So I will be working with, following that project as well. So any periodic updates or input from the board, I will,
But they don't come,
any
in-
input, I will direct that to the zoning board of appeals. So
they
there,
don't come in front of us
they
again?
don't, correct.
Okay,
No.
okay.
Anything else? Then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. You wanna
Oh.
go for the full
I make a
Book
motion
today?
to adjourn.
I'll second it.
There we go.
motion's been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.